Good evening, everyone. Today, I, Indresh, and Shidola, we are going to present a debate on the topic: Are we happier than our forefathers or not? So, she is going to take a favor that yes, we are happier than our forefathers, and I am in the favor that no, we are not happier than our forefathers. Our forefathers were happier than us. So, Dola, how can we say that we are happier than our forefathers?
Because I think that in now generation we are much developed than our forefathers. Now we are leading our life much easier than our forefathers.
How can you say that we are living our life very good and as there is as you can say as you can see the environment as the AQI index means air quality index is not good and the quality of air is not good than it was at the time of our forefathers.
Okay, I agree that now the environment is not much good. But what do you think about the economic condition that at that time that most of the people were not much developed as a economic condition. But now you can see that as a normal person is they are able to lead their life very easily, and they can get anything done very easily.
If you talk about the economic conditions of our country of our India, as you know that our country was known as the golden bird, as India was is golden bird as the economic condition was so good, the treasure of our country was so good. So you can say that the economic condition of our country was not good as our forefathers were not happier in the terms of economic condition. Means they were having the enough money that they can lead they lead their life very easily.
I don't agree with this point because at that time that most of the people just live for the farmers. They have to give the more tax to their owners of the land, and that you have told us that our India used to call the golden bird. Yes, it used to call, but it was also ruled by so many, just like the British Empire, by the Mughal and etc. thing. But nowadays we are not ruled by anyone. We are having a democratic system in our India.
No, you are right. Yes, you are right that we were ruled by many of the invaders came to our country and they ruled us. Why they came to our country? Because we were having enough money. We were having the surplus amount of money that we were leading our life very easily, and our forefathers were leading their life very easily and peacefully. So they invaded our country and they, they took the money and they invaded as they were not the rulers. You can see they most of them came from the from the eastern side and they invaded the country.
Okay, that they were ruled by so many empires. But you know that at that time that most of the people did not used to raise their voice for the freedom, and now you can see that each and every part of the world, if any person is if any person is doing anything wrong and doing anything crime, just all the people just uh, go against that person, and they just try to give that person punishment by the court by another way.
As I told you that they were leading their life very peacefully. They were very peaceful. Means at that time they were very peaceful. So they don't want to means. And you can see the our culture. Our culture was very peaceful. Means in India, in our country, our culture was very peaceful. So, they means they were living their life very peacefully. So the invaders came to our country and they invaded and they took our money and they took the treasure of our temples and they took treasure of our kings and they looted the country.
But you told that most of the people used to lead the peaceful life, but it is not that like that, because most of the people were not able to lead their life peacefully, because most of the girls and most of the persons were harassed by their owners, just like that you can say their landlords and some government empires. They used to they used to get fear that if they do anything wrong, and if they ask for their rights, just like for the farmers, if they farm well, they don't get their right money, and you can say that what their desire money they didn't used to get. What do you think about it?
No, if you are talking about the rights, the as there were the courts in the kingdom of the king. Means king used to uh, be the judge, as the king was the judge at that time. So they give the means many of the decisions they used to give, and I don't think so that they were suppressed. The poor farmers were suppressed. I don't think so.
Yes, they were, because if they sometimes so many farmers were not able to give their tax on time. At that time they are forcefully taken from their houses, and sometimes forcefully they are looted their lands, their all the savings, and sometimes they are looted by just like their family members. They had been punished by the rulers, just like the king, and they used to tell them, if you will not be able to give the tax on the right time, you will be punished more than now.
No, I don't think so. But if you talk about the health, as there were no diseases, it means they used to live their life very peacefully, and because of the environment, because of the food, as environment was so good, the air was so good, and the food was so pure, and the water was so pure. There was no pollution. Means there were no pollutions like water pollution, land pollution, and air pollutions were not there, and the food was so pure, so their life was so healthy.
Yes, the environment was very good, but but if I talk about the disease, that what if they suffer from any disease, just small disease, and you can say cough, fever, these type of if they get these type of anything, that they were not able to survive themselves. They just, and even though they were not able to afford the doctor fees, and sometimes the distance make it very difficult to save their family's life for them.
Do you know about Ayurveda? The Ayurvedic medicines were also there, so they were very good from nowadays from these kind of medicines. And if you talk about the diseases are nowadays also, but at that time diseases were there. I agree with your point that diseases were there, but they were not in this amount. That because of the environment, mainly because of the environment.
Okay, you have told me about the Ayurveda, that most of the people did not used to know how to use the Ayurveda. But nowadays you can know that how now we know, because of the technology and because of the science, we know how to use the Ayurveda, and how we can make it more effectively for any disease, and we have also developed in health sector. But at that time we didn't. Most of the people died of small disease, and they did not used to know that how to use the jaributis and Ayurvedic medicines.
No, I don't think so. Do you know that there were many books? There were many books which were in and the books and Veds. Means there were Ved they were there, and there Ved which were doctors of that time, and there were many books in which means these jadi booties, Ayurvedic jadi booties were written. So I don't think so that people were unaware about these kind of uh, jadi booties. So, and if you talk about the education system of that time, so do you know about the Nalanda University and Takshila University? They were the very big universities of that time, and there were many of the big libraries in the Nalanda universities in which many of the Ayurvedic books were there. So, what do you want to say about this?
Yes, there were. But what do you think about that normal person who wants to get their education done at a higher ratio? That their ratio is so less that most of the people were not able to get the higher education. If any, just like if any farmer and farmer children want to get the education, they were not able to get the education, and because of the distance, because of the financial problem, you can say, and if they get any chance, but they are, but at that time most people used to get the chance to study in that college and university and school. But nowadays at the all the normal person, you can say that the person, all the person can get the education, schooling education in the university, and they can finish their higher education also at the very easy way.
Okay, first of all, for your kind information, the education was totally free for all the students. Means the education in Nalanda and Takshila universities and in every big university, the total education was totally free. And if you talk, and if you are talking, and you are saying that nowadays education is free, so it's not. If you want to see the education, if you want to see the cost, if you want to see the fee, so you can go to the private universities nowadays. It is means it is in lakhs and it is in crores. So how can you say that nowadays education is in free?
That I can say, because at that time that most of the things were free, but not for all. Because at that time we were also ruled by the British Empire, and British Empire didn't allow the Indians to study these type of college and schools. They mostly the British the English men used to study there, and they told that Indians are not allowed here, and they will not be they will not be allowed to study here. And that at that time the most of the injustice used to happen with them.
For your kind information, the that Nalanda and Takshila universities they were before the British era. Education, they were good at that time also, and nowadays education is also good. But as there are there are many differences in the time as the era is different. So our forefathers were also happier at that time, and we are also happier nowadays. So thank you.